Culantro. Eryngium foetidum is a biennial herb indigenous to Sri Lanka, continental tropical America and the West Indies. Although widely used in dishes throughout the Caribbean, Latin America, and the Far East, culantro is relatively unknown in the United States and many other parts of the world and is often mistaken and misnamed for its close relative cilantro or coriander, Coriandrum sativum L. Some of its common names descriptive of the plant include spiny or serrated coriander, shado beni and bhandhania, Trinidad and Tobago, chadron beni, Dominica, Coulante, Haiti, Risau, Puerto Rico, and fitweed Guyana. Culantro grows naturally in shaded moist heavy soils near cultivated areas. Under cultivation the plant thrives best under well-irrigated shaded conditions. Like its close relative cilantro, culantro tends to bolt and flower profusely under hot highlight long days of summer months. Recent research at UVIAES has demonstrated that it can be kept in a vegetative mode through summer when treated with GAR-3 sprays. The plant is reportedly rich in calcium, iron, carotene, and riboflavin, and its harvested leaves are widely used as a food, flavoring and seasoning herb for meat and many other foods. Its medicinal value include its use as a tea for flu, diabetes, constipation, and fevers. One of its most popular use is in chutneys as an appetite stimulant. The name fitweed is derived from its supposedly anticonvulsant property. The presence of increasingly large West Indian, Latin American and Asian immigrant communities in metropole ISs of the US, Canada and the UK creates a large market for culantro, and large quantities are exported from Puerto Rico and Trinidad to these areas. Culantro is increasingly becoming a crop of international trade mainly to meet the demands of ethnic populations in the developed countries of the West. Large immigrant communities in London, New York and Toronto represents a vast potential market for the herb. One exporter from Trinidad alone packages and air freights up to 2.4 t of fresh culantro weekly to the US. In 1988, Puerto Rico reportedly produced 165,000 kilograms of culantro for a value of $201,000. The herb is used extensively in the Caribbean and in Asia, particularly in India and Korea. It is used mainly as a seasoning in the preparation of a range of foods, including vegetable and meat dishes, chutneys, preserves, sauces, and snacks. Although used in small quantities, its pungent, unique aroma gives the characteristic flavor to the dishes in which it is incorporated, and this is responsible for its increasing demand among ethnic populations. Culantro is also widely used in herbal medicines and reportedly beneficial in the treatment of a number of ailments. Nomenclature. The derivatio N of culantro and risau by which the plant is commonly known in Central America is unknown, but many of its names outside its natural habitat compare it to the common coriander or cilantro, example Hindi bhandhania, broad dhania, or coriander, and Thai pakchi farang, foreign coriander. The botanical genus name Eryngium is derived from the Greek sea holly, Eryngium vulgare, and its specific name comes from the Latin foetidum meaning stink or bad odor. Its smell is sometimes equated to a crushed bedbug. Some of the common names of culantro in the Caribbean area are shado beni, Trinidad, chadron beni, Dominica, fitweed Guyana, Culanto culantro, Haiti. Names in different languages include Langa coriander, German, Ketumbar Java, Malay, Pakchi farang, Thai, Ngo gai, Vietnamese, culantro, Rakau, Risau, Spanish, bhandhania, Hindi, and longleaf or spiny coriander, English. In Sri Lanka, Sinhalese called it as adu. Eryngium comprises over 200 tropical and temperate species. Most are spiny ornamental herbs with thick roots and fleshy waxy leaves with blue flowers in cymose heads. Eryngium foetidum is a tap-rooted biennial herb with long, evenly branched roots. The oblanceolate leaves, arranged spirally around the short thick stem, form a basal rosette and are as much as 30 cm long and 4 cm broad. The leaf margin is serrated, each tooth of the margin containing a small yellow spine. The plant produces a well-branched cluster of flower heads in spikes forming the characteristic umbel inflorescence on a long stalk arising from the center of the leaf rosette. He calyx is green while the corolla is creamy white in color. Ecology and culture. The herb is also commonly found along moist or shaded pathways and near cultivated areas where heavy soils predominate. Although the plant grows well in full sun, most commercial plantings occur in partially shaded moist locations. Shaded areas produce plants with larger and greener leaves that are more marketable. E. Because of the better appearance and higher pungent aroma. In a study on the effects of light intensity on growth and flowering of Culantro, a significant delay in flowering and increased fresh way. GHT of leaves were found in plants grown under 63% to 73% shade. Shaded plants also had fewer inflorescences with lower fresh weight. Although Culantro grows in a wide variety of soils, it does best in moist, well-drained sandy loams high in organic matter, particularly under full light. Precise fertilizer recommendations have not been made, but high nitrogen fertilizers or manures promote leaf growth. Plants are usually started from seed which germinate in about 30 days, and for home or backyard gardens can be cultivated in containers or wooden boxes. For such cultivation, a slow-release fertilizer, such as Osmocote 1,4,1,4,1,4, can be incorporated in the soil mix at the rate of 1.8 kilograms per cubic meter. Like many of its relatives, Culantro tends to bolt and flower profusely under long day conditions are resulting in reduced leaf growth and market value and increasing costs for flower pruning. In a study to reduce bolting and increase leaf flower size per gib pg, 4% of vegetative growth promoter was a pp lied in increasing concentrations as a foliar spray to 1-month-old Culantro plants grown under 54% shade in a poly greenhouse. While leaf length increased with increasing levels of pg, leaf dry YG HT increased up to the 150 ppm pg level but was reduced at 200 ppm. Concomitantly, both fresh and dry weights of inflorescences were reduced by increasing levels of pg. Flowers produced in treated plan TS were less woody and spiny and leaf-like in appearance, making them easier for pruning. Progib 4% at 100 ppm concentration was therefore found to be optimum for maximizing leaf production and minimizing flower growth in Culantro. Culantro is relatively pest and disease-free, but the author has seen root knot nematodes on plants that have been grown for 2 to 3 years in box containers. A leaf SPO T problem, which appears to be bacterial black rot, has also been observed on such long-lived plants. Anecdotal reports mention that the flower heads are attractive to ladybugs, green lacewings, and other beneficial insects. Plants around the garden have also reportedly provided excellent defense against aphids. While there are few reports on cultivation and fertilizer requirements for Culantro, has been considerable research on postharvest techniques for the herb. In a refrigerated storage trial found that unpackaged Culantro became unmarketable within 4 days of storage regardless of temperature. Storage at 10 degrees Celsius extended shelf life up to 2 weeks, and chilling injury was observed at 3 degrees Celsius after 8 days in storage. In another postharvest study, the combination of polyethylene packaging, gib, berylic acid GAR3, in a 200 ppm dip treatment and reduced storage temperature 20 degrees to 22 degrees Celsius extended the shelf life of Culantro up to 22 days. Freeze drying of harvested leaves is another alternative being considered to extend postharvest life. Culinary uses and nutritional value. The appearance of Culantro and cilantro are different, but the leaf aromas are similar, although Culantro is more pungent. Because of this aroma similarity, the leaves are used interchangeably in many food preparations and is the major reason for the misnaming of one herb for the other. Culantro has long been used in the Far East, Latin America, and the Caribbean. In Asia, Culantro is most popular in Thailand, Malaysia, and Singapore, where it is commonly used with or in lieu of cilantro and topped over soups, noodle dishes, and curries. In Latin America, Culantro is mostly associated with the cooking style of Puerto Rico, where recipes common to all Latin countries are enhanced with Culantro. The most popular and ubiquitous example is salsa, a spicy sauce prepared from tomatoes, garlic, onion, lemon juice, with liberal amounts of chilies. These constituents are fried and simmered together, mixed to a smooth paste and spiced with fresh herbs including Culantro. Salsa is usually consumed with tortilla chips as an appetizer. Equally popular is sofrito or requerito, the name given to the mixture of seasoning NGS containing Culantro and widely used in rice, stews, and soups. There are reportedly as many variations of the recipe as there are cooks in Puerto Rico, but basically sofrito consists of garlic, onion, green pepper, small mild peppers, and both cilantro and Culantro leaves. Ingredients are blended and can then be refrigerated for months. Sofrito is itself the major ingredient in a host of other recipes including eggplant pasta sauce, cilantro garlic butter, cilantro pesto, pineapple salsa, and gazpacho with herb yogurt. Medicinal uses. The plant is used in traditional medicines for fevers and chills, vomiting, diarrhea, and in Jamaica for colds and convulsions in children. The leaves and roots are boiled and the water drunk for pneumonia, flu, diabetes, constipation, and malaria fever. The root can be eaten raw for scorpion stings, and in India the root is reportedly used to alleviate stomach pains. The leaves themselves can be eaten in the form of a chutney as an appetite stimulant. Health benefits of Culantro. Eliminate bad breath. On a general note, veggies like parsley have been known to act as a remedy for bad breath. Since parsley and Culantro belong to the same family of Apiaceae, Culantro can also be said to solve issues regarding bad breath. The fresh scent from shado, beni, and high chlorophyll content suggest that it has some deodorizing effect. To use Culantro for bad breath. Chew on fresh leaves after each course meal to eliminate the effect of sulfur compounds, which are the actual causes of bad breath. Lowers glucose. It has been revealed from research that leaves and stems from Culantro help lower blood sugar levels in animals. It can lower body glucose because of vitamin B2, riboflavin, present as a nutritional supplement. Riboflavin encourages a healthy liver function which can release insulin hormone more effectively. Since a healthy liver is equal to a balanced body sugar level, it is only relevant to take a dietary supplement of shado beni with a meal. You can chop Culantro's leaves coarsely, grind stems finely, and then add this to salads, salsas, and smoothies to lower your sugar and reduce diabetic risk. Asthma. Asthma is a common disease related with lungs. It intensely affects people living in industrialized areas where there is a prevalence of heavy metals, dust, and toxic gas emissions. However, recent researchers have found that plants are excellent sources of medicine that can help cure asthmatic conditions, and Culantro is one of such herbal plants. Pain relief. Culantro is generally known to reduce inflammations around the body parts such as bone joints, muscle contractions, and a host of other body pains. To efficiently use Culantro as a pain reliever, cut out the leaves and boil them, apply the hot Culantro water on your body parts or drink it. Prevents neurological inflammation. Regular dosage of Culantro on one's diet helps retract diseases associated with the brain. Neurodegenerative diseases including Alzheimer's, Parkinson's can be prevented as a result of its natural constituents that can reduce inflammations in the brain cells. Detoxification. Regular intake of Culantro helps reduce the OCC occurrence of toxins in the human body, mainly due to the presence of vitamin B2 that aids liver function in the body. The liver performs the function of eliminating some toxic wastes from the body system.